What's up, everybody, man? Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe. You already know what time it is, man. YVK here, first and goal. We back NFL, and let's get to it. We week 14. Let's not waste your time. Sunday, we got the Seahawks, 9-3 on the year, going out to Atlanta, Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Right now, Seahawks -6.5, over and under 44.5. In this game, man, I loved Atlanta plus the 7. I wouldn't say loved it, but I think Atlanta at home getting 7 is a key number you might want to take. It has dropped to 6.5, and rightfully so. I think some sharp bettors is definitely on Atlanta here in this spot. I just think Seahawks have a letdown after a long season. They've been winning. That defense is so legit right there. Sam Darnold's playing above his head. So only way I could look in this matchup is Falcons. Kirk Cousins has been decent. This Falcons team lost last week to the Jets, so I think they bounce back here in a spot to try to keep their playoff hopes alive in that division with the Bucks and the Saints and the Panther Pit. So I like the Falcons plus the points. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow going out to face off against the Bills. This is in New York. Bills right now went up to -6. It looks like the line was 5.5. I think rightfully so. I sort of lean Bills in this game. Tough spot to play though, because Burrow has been playing out of his mind. Last week, the Bengals defense showed up against the Ravens, and I don't know if that was more the Ravens or more Lamar Jackson being hurt. They said he's hurt, so we'll see how the Bengals face off against the Bills in that cold weather. I know it's cold in Cincinnati, Ohio as well, but it should be freezing out there. I believe it's going to be 29 degrees. Total's at 53 and a hook. I guess the only way at the total in that game is the over, right? But we'll see. I lean Bills in that matchup. Tough game. I won't be playing that one. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans facing off against the mighty Skid Marks. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland's 4.5. Total 33.5. I don't think you guys heard me. The total is 33.5. Okay, what are we doing here? If it's that low of a total, they know this is gonna be a Dookie Mark game. This is gonna be a low scoring under game. I could not lay 4.5 with a total this low, and I could not bet on the Titans with your money. You know what I'm saying? If you gave me some money and said I want to bet on the Titans, I wouldn't bet on the Titans for you. I would bet on something else and give you your money back if you lost. So that's with that being said, this is a pass game for me. Low total like that, lean under. Next game, we got the Commanders. How about them Commandos, man? Going out to face off against the Vikings. Both these teams are pissy. Washington is -1.5 on the road here, total 43 and a hook. So I guess Jaden Daniels is supposed to come back this game, possibly. I'm hearing rumblings about that. I believe he's ruled in. J.J. McCarthy is also ruled in. J.J. McFarty, you guys are fart. I kind of lean Vikings in this matchup just because they're at home. Really not going to go into depth why I like the Vikings in this game because I don't like the Vikings. But if I had to pick this game, it would be the Vikings at home. And that's strictly the only reason here. Washington, they put up a fight last week. Washington last week was one of my favorite bets. I wish I would have did a show last week, but that was one of my top plays, plus the 6.5 buy at the 7. They end up getting a late touchdown in overtime and then went for 2 and lost the game. They had the guy wide open, but of course Mariota, gets the pass block. So I think Commanders, after putting all that hard fought energy last week, they have a letdown spot here, and I think McCarthy does enough to get the boys a victory. Next game, we got the Dolphins, the Fish Fins, facing off against the Jets. How about them Jets? Jets, Jets. We're in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Miami's minus 2.5 over and under 41 and a hook. Oh, this is a tough one because Tua in cold weather. We know the narrative here. Dolphins and cold weather, but it's not too bad. It's 42 degrees. I know it's a full turnaround from Miami, which is probably 75 this weekend. But I don't think it's that bad. I lean Dolphins in this matchup, but I just can't do it. I can't lay it. The Jets' special teams have been playing tremendous this season. Tremendous, like Coach Prime always say. Um, so it's tough. I know it sounds crazy to say it's tough going against the Jets. Uh, Only way to look is the better team in this matchup, but another one I cannot bet because of that narrative of Tua in the cold weather. So stay away from me, lean Dolphins. Next game, we got the Buccaneers Saints matchup here. We got Buccaneers at home minus 8 and a hook. Total 41 and a half. Man, this matchup right here should be a blowout on paper. I mean, Bucks smoked them the first matchup on the road in New Orleans. Beat them by 20, I believe. So Bucks need another big win. This is also a divisional game. Tough to lay 8 in the hook. It just seems like a tad too many points now. I said before the season, Saints are a pure fade the whole year. So the only way to look in this matchup is the Buccaneers. Can't lay the 8.5. Maybe throw the Bucks in some teasers. I will allow that. I will approve of that there. But other than that, I can't lay 8.5. But that's the only way to look. Maybe Buccaneers first half. That might be a play. That might be a look right there. And the only way I see this game is Buccaneers dropping at least 27 in this game. How much Saints? I say 17 max for Saints. So I like Bucks win, cover, can't lay the full 8.5. Maybe Bucks first half. Next game, we got the Colts. Next matchup here, man. Hey, this one. If you don't know, Jags own the Colts. They beat them a lot. We got Indy favored on the road minus 1.5, total 46.5. Both these teams 8-4 on the season. This is a pure playoff type atmosphere game here. Jacksonville's at home. I tend to lean Jacksonville, but with the Jags whooping their butt so many times, I think it's going to be tough because the Colts are better this year. And I think they remember all those beatings and those beatdowns. So, tough matchup here. This can go either way. This is a true coin flip type of game. And as you see, the spread's 1.5 for good reason. So, I'm staying off. I guess I'll lean Colts for you guys. Lean Colts. Next matchup, we got the Steelers facing off against the Ravens. Divisional matchup here. We are at M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We got the Ravens minus 6. 42.5 is the total. And how about Lamar Jackson, man? Put up a dud last week on Thanksgiving. I can't say I wasn't surprised, but I was a little surprised because I don't know, to get blown out by the Bengals like that was. I know Burrow came back and he's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the whole league. So that's why I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised at the performance that Lamar Jackson put up. And this team right here is at home. They need this win. Now, Aaron the Game Rodgers can come in here and make something happen. We know this guy's on his last leg. He's got 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in. Mike Tomlin, I don't know. His game plans haven't been looking really good this season. So I lean Ravens. Just because they're at home. The Ravens tend to beat the Steelers up, especially at home. Hopefully Lamar is healthy, gets it together. Last 3 games, he hasn't thrown a touchdown. So I think Lamar gets a little more healthier this week, gets his legs going, moves the chains. Now, this minus 6 is a little steep. I can see this game being a 3-point win. But for right now, I always like taking the points with the team I think is gonna win. So right now I lean Ravens -6, which is ugly. Next game. Next. Oh, what can I say about this team, man? The Raiders, another pure fade, right? Raiders 2-10 on the season, 1-5 at home. Broncos 10-2 on the season, 4-2 away. Denver -7.5. I can't lay 7.5 with Denver, but I can't take 7.5 with the Raiders. So what do we do? This total is low for a reason, 39.5. If you remember last matchup, it's funny I had the Broncos money line in that game, my end game, because I knew they would beat the Raiders, but they were messing around with their food the whole game. So could there be another close game? Possibly. But I can't take the Raiders in this matchup, and I can't lay 7.5 with the Broncos, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a pure pass for me. I would lean Broncos to get a more convincing victory, but not a game I like. All right, this is a game I like. I know it's taking a while for me to get to some games I like, but this is a game I like here. We got the Bears 9-3 on the season, 5-2 away. Packers 8-3 with that one tie. This is at Lambeau Field, ladies and gentlemen, Green Bay, Wisconsin. You know it's going to be cold. It's always cold in Wisconsin. 17 degrees right now is the potential weather. Green Bay -6.5, over and under 44.5. And how about the Bears, man? I believe they're on an 8 or 9 game win streak. They're rolling right now. Beat on Philly, Black Friday. Run game's been tremendous. O-line's holding it down for Caleb. Now Caleb's not playing the best, but he's making the throws he needs to when he has to make these throws. So I give Caleb Williams all the credit. And on the other side, we got Green Bay Packers got a nice Thanksgiving win against the Lions. And that was my first initial lean on that game on Thanksgiving. End up backing off, but you always got to go with your first instinct. So I like Jacobs. The O-line's been okay for Green Bay. They're giving Love time. If you give Love time, he likes to throw those. He likes to throw those passes where he just launches them up and throws it to Watson. Dobbs, just throw it up. Hopefully they get it and catch it. This matchup here, I think it favors the mighty Green Bay Packers, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Historically, the Bears just can't beat the Packers, man. I don't know what it is, but I believe 9 out of their last 10 have gone the Packers' way. So, with the Bears riding high coming into this game, this is a divisional matchup. Winner of this takes first place, I believe. So, I think the Packers will be ready. And this line here is telling me, like, I pictured this line being 5, 4.5, maybe those dead numbers. But for it to come out, it looked like it came out at 7, went down to 6 and a hook. We got some Bears money that came in early. I just think the books know that people are going to try to take this boatload of points. And I sort of lean Packers minus the 6.5. I'm not going to lie. I do like Packers in a teaser or a money line parlay. So we going with the Packers here. We're going with Buddy Love, Jordan Love. This is probably going to be one of my best bets. So yeah, let's take the Packers here. All right, let's see. Next matchup, we got the Rams and Cardinals. How about those Rams laying an egg against the Panther Pits last week? Cardinals 3-9 at home. Let's see, 1-5 at home. 3-9 all overall. I'm sorry, 1-5 at home. Glendale, Arizona at home. Rams 8-5 on the year. I mean, -8 in the hook. Total 47.5. Oh man, I can't lay 8.5 with the Rams. I know they should blow out the Cardinals, and they probably will. But I can't lay 8.5 on the road. I just can't do it. Rams should win this game. especially after coming off that bad loss. So I like Rams to win. Can't lay the 8.5. Tough spot right here. Tough matchup. Brissett's been playing well. Rams have been playing well except for last week with that dud, but I wasn't surprised by that because the Panthers play pretty well at home. So lean Rams to get the victory, but I don't know about 8.5. It's a little steep there on the road. Next matchup, another matchup I like this week. We got the Texans facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Chiefs at home here. -3.5 is the spread. Total 41 and a hook. Potential weather, 26 degrees. It's going to be cold out there in KC. With this being a night primetime game, I'm going with the Chiefs, man. You know, we a Chiefs podcast here, I guess. I like taking the Chiefs, especially when they're down and looking out and looking bad. And I got faith in the boys to get this done. You know, they had extra time to prepare for this matchup. Andy Reid, they played on Thanksgiving, so they had a few extra days to prepare for this matchup against this stiff Texans defense, one of the best defenses in the whole NFL. So with that being said, this might be a low-scoring early game, but I think Chiefs can get to 21, 24 points. Texans get 17. I see the Chiefs winning and covering here. I know the hook scares you. It scares me too. If you want to buy it down, I wouldn't talk you off. But I like the Chiefs -3.5 here for video, for viewership purposes, and for betting purposes pretty much because, you know, we like giving value on this podcast. I don't like giving you -400s and, you know, so like, yeah, that's cool to parlay with, but we taking straight bets, man. We trying to win 5,000, you know what I'm saying? Make some nice money, man, on these bets. We got to make money. So that's the point of doing this show. So I like the Chiefs in this matchup, man. I think the Texans offense is poop. Their defense is top tier. I can't take that away from them. But this offense has been trash. I think Mahomes and the boys do enough here to get this win and cover. All right. Last game on the slate, Monday Night Football. And we got a doozy here. We got the Eagles 8-4 against the Chargers, also 8-4. We in Inglewood, California, baby. SoFi Stadium. Shout out to Inglewood, man. Hey, if you didn't know Herbert, he had surgery on his non-throwing hand. They said he's probably going to give it a go this game. We got to wait for these updates. So make sure you know, check on that before you bet on this game. Eagles, man, looking bad. I believe they lost, 2 or 3 in a row. They not looking good, man. Shout out to the Eagles, though. I don't see how the Chargers win this game. I'm going to just be real, man. Eagles have been playing so bad that they got to come out with some type of fight, some type of energy. The defense has to show up because that's showing against the Bears. They just ran all over them. That D-line got punked by the O-line of the Bears. So I don't think the Chargers have the same type of fight for the O-line. I don't think, you know, Joe Alt is out. So I don't see how the Eagles can't pressure Herbert, whether it's Herbert or anybody else. But I just don't see how the Chargers win this game. So you giving me a low price with Philly 2.5 here? I like Philly. I like Philly -2.5 until further notice. And those are the rundown for the NFL First and Goal. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe. Best bets. I know I didn't have the banners ready this week. I got another show to get to right after this, so I was doing this quick for y'all. But best bets offhand, I like the Packers -6.5. I like the Chiefs to win and cover. Also, like if you moneyline parlay those two together, that's nice. And we're going to roll with Philly -2.5. I see them winning this game by at least a field goal. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, tap in for the win. MLG TV. Until next time, let's get this money, y'all.
Yeah. You know, success is not just measured by how much money you make.